last. You always got to be on edge and on your toes because these dudes are trying to get your job and you're trying to not let them have it. That's how practice is going to be so fun. Because there's so many different people you can put in a position. It just makes everything better.
How good can Julius Randle be if he were to reach that potential?
The sky's the limit for Julius. It just depends how much work he puts in and what he wants to do with it all. His body's good. He's strong. He's fast. He can do a little bit of everything. So it just depends, how he wants to take it.
And then some of the kids that maybe aren't getting a lot of attention, Derek Willis's, the Dominique Hawkins. It sounds like there's a fight there in there, and you have a little bit of a bench this year. How much is that pushing the rest of you guys when your 8th, 9th, 10th guy are coming in like junkyard dogs?
They're good. I wouldn't. It's hard for me to say because I was supposed to be one of them kind of guys coming in. So and then you get here and you realize, well, no, they're really good. You can't really, belittle them at all because they are good. They're here for a reason, and people don't really realize that until you see them play against, some of the guys that were ranked higher than them and doing other stuff, and then you see them playing against them, you're like, no, they're really good. He can score. He can flat out score. He's a little skinny, not as strong, but it's gonna come in time. He is just a freshman, and his body hasn't matured like it's gonna. People don't really realize that, but he can score, and he can score on anybody. So, and Dominique is just a bulldog. And he does a lot of good things defensively, and he's calm. That's one thing that I've noticed about him. He's super calm. He doesn't get sped up. At times he kind of does, but for the most part when he's playing, he's just doing his own thing, and he's a good listener, and he's a good court general too. So they got a lot of different aspects to them that people really don't see until they finally play a game, and you'll realize these kids can play too. So it makes it definitely a lot better coming from the bench team.
For Coach Cal, for us, a lot of times he'll tell us a story that we've heard 8 times already to illustrate his point. In your second year, I'm sure you're already hearing things again. What are you like? Come on, man!
Even last year, Cal repeats himself. And I think I caught on to why he does it. He tried to get it in your head, he tried to imprint it on your head. And so, this year is kind of the same thing. It's far imprinted in your head of what he's going to repeat. So
can I get some of them?
I can't really. I don't remember until it happens. When it happens, then
you're finishing his sentences,
yeah, you can definitely finish his sentences, but he does it for a reason.
Dakari said you guys have really different playing styles, but that you're probably one of the more athletic big men he's been around. Would you say that you all complement each other in your play style, and that works?
I feel like, eventually me and him can play at the same time, because he's more of a down low, kind of beat you in the paint. I'm more of I can, go out, spread it out, go in, run my guy around, and we definitely complement each other.
Willie, year 2 of Big Blue Madness. Are you as excited as last year, or now is it just another night?
Nah, Big Blue Madness is going to be exciting if you stay here for 4 years. I'm pretty sure it's still exciting for John Hood and Jared. It's a fun time. You get to see, how the crowds really, how the fans really are, and as a freshman, you don't know what it is to be a player going through. You're there, you get to go to it when you're on your visit or whatever, and you get to experience it that way. But it's different when they're yelling your name and you're on the stage, and your little intro song's going on, and it's all about you in that 2 minutes. And then instead of when you're on the sideline, you're like, dang, this stuff is crazy.
And I know you mentioned that you'll have had practices before, unlike last year where that was the girls' first practice. So should fans expect maybe a better little inter-squad scrimmage than normal?
It should. I really can't tell, but you would think. It makes sense. It would have to be better than before. You're not really practicing, and now that we've had a couple weeks of practice, it feels like we should be playing the game already. It feels like we should, because it's 2 weeks after Big Blue Madness we play against Transy, so I feel like we should be playing Transy this week. instead of playing. It's just it's crazy how the
James,
whole thing.
James just said that he's probably the best dancer on the team, but you might be the next best dancer as far as Big Blue Madness is concerned. Wonder what your opinion is.
He said that.
He said he was the best. You might be next.
No, James is a good dancer. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I don't even know. I feel honored that he say I'm the next guy up, but I don't know what's coming up, but if I feel it, I might have to hit something, but I don't know how it's going to be yet.
Can I get a picture of your stitches on your hand? Thanks.
The consensus is that practice has been pretty intense. Do you feel behind at all because of your injury, or do you feel like you're pretty well with the team since you're a vet guy?
From a learning standpoint, right now what they're going over, I kind of already know. It's going over that dribble drive offense, and we haven't done anything defensive-wise or any different schemes. We're learning the same plays as last year right now. So, the only thing that I had to do since I got injured was keep my shape up and keep where I could jump right back in. Yesterday was my first practice back, and I feel like, I didn't miss anything. Like, my lungs was good, my legs was good. I didn't cramp up, and my legs aren't, as sore as what they thought. So, what we did, it worked, and it was kind of a go by ear thing, and it was good of what Rock and Mike was doing. So, it worked out for the best.
How much more comfortable